Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to you once again on our empowering morning conversations. So obviously the purpose is to be empowered. So it's interesting to look into what it means to be empowered. So a long time back, somebody asked me, sir, what is empowerment? So I said, when empowerment is when you can get somebody to do something more than what he believes is possible, that is empowerment. Do you get that? When you can do something more than what you think is possible, then that is empowerment. So those of us who live in our default mode, okay, do we live in a world where we are exploring possibilities? My experience is that in the default mode, we are just living from one day to another, doing whatever comes in front of us. Okay. Some of us do it happily. Some of us, do it like it's some kind of drudgery and boredom. Yeah. So we are just doing things, So it is reminding me of something I used to say many years ago, that there are two types of people in this world. One is those who are living, and the other ones are those who are waiting to die. So there is, I got born, now I have to live because I have to live. So those who are waiting to die are those in the survival mode, I would say. Okay. So what would it take for us to be empowered? And why is it difficult to get empowered? Why is it difficult to maximize our own potential? Why can't we live a life of ease and joy? That is something which we want, and that's something which belongs to us. We were in a life of ease, joy, and glory as children. So we lost it. Right? That was something which was our default mode as children, living a life of ease, joy, and glory. And then the conditioning started. Then the judging started. And then people saying, don't do this, don't do that. You'll get hurt, gir jayega, ye ho jayega, wo ho jayega, You better study. If you don't study, what will happen? So even there, do you notice that people who love us and they're trying to motivate us, what did they do actually? Instead of empowering us, they were actually disempowering us. So what is disempowering? How do we get disempowered? Should be very interesting to find out, right? So I'd like to hear from a few of you, how is it that we disempower ourselves? See, one is that the circumstances disempower you. Okay? If we let them. So in the default mode, we let them. We are not even aware that the circumstances are disempowering. You're saying, oh, that's the way it is. The world is like that, How are we disempowering ourselves? Who would like to talk a little bit about that? Yes, Mr. Kumar, Suresh. How are we disempowering ourselves? Please unmute. 1 minute. I will just allow you to unmute. 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, you're unmuted now. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, एक तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे करके that we think, and the other one is okay, उनको क्या दिल दुखाना है, चलो छोड़ दो.
Okay.
That's how we get we agreeing with the other person's judgment also.
Okay, so that disempowers you?
Because you do not want to hurt others.
Yeah, that's all right. I understood the reason.
Yeah.
But you're telling us what disempowers, how you are disempowering yourself, right?
Yeah, that only it is within me, disempowerment or empowerment, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good, great. Thank you very much. Yes, Darshana ji.
When we allow other people's criticism about us to affect us, we start believing, and so we automatically get disempowered.
Right. Thank you very much for sharing that. Kasa and then Rama.
How are you, sir? Good morning.
I'm fine. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Our disbelief, sir. At times, we underestimate or we are not confident on our own self. That kind of disempowers us, sir.
Yeah. So when you say we are not confident about ourselves, what is actually happening do you notice your mind is saying something?
Yeah,
So what's your mind saying at that time?
it is judging, sir.
Exactly. And what is it saying?
It's telling you can't do this. How you can do this?
Not possible for you to do it. And we listen to that self-talk and we get disempowered.
Exactly.
Right. Great. Thank you, Kasa. Yes, Kunen sir. You'll have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, the thought coming to my mind about this is with the negative self-talk within us, and we tell ourselves that we don't have that power, while
Right.
we have all the power, but by telling ourselves that we don't have the power, we empower ourselves.
Yeah. So that's a judgment. Do you notice? What we are doing is judging. I don't have the power. I can't do it. This is not possible for me. Correct? Great. Thank you very much. Yes, Rama. After that, we will have Bhadra.
Yeah, good morning, sir. So fear of failure is one reason why we get
We are
disempowered.
So
Yeah.
this fear of failure, can you describe it? Actually, fear of failure is what?
Yeah, it's
something that your
ultimately,
mind is saying, right?
yeah, it's ultimately judging, saying that, oh, I may fail in this. I cannot do it. I'm
Yeah.
not capable, or the environment will not allow. So it's another way of judging and self-doubt. So that is
Exactly.
one. The other one is the so-called well-wishers. I think I'm a well-wisher to somebody. I go and advise that no, don't try this. I face this problem. You also will face. But actually, I face, but that person may succeed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I'll come to you, Kunen. Let Bhadra finish. Yeah, Bhadra.
Yes. Suprabhat. I feel especially what I have faced, that is a society and our system make the people disempowerment. Because
Okay.
like that system, like there is a age bar or there is a retirement age or like that for the people. And previously it was 58 years. Now it is a little bit, some companies are relaxing. But that it is a 100% disempowerment. And the people got this much of experience, long experience. And they could have used our system more, that experienced people. And society, that is our society is never given the opportunity for the women. They've always tried to restrict them and not allow. Now, Supreme Court allowing them to go for the fly the aircraft, fighter plane. But this is a too late. Too late is good current. And some places you've seen, I don't want to name here, everybody knows. That is, they are totally, again, that's the old days, that primitive days. They are, again, they're trying to confine their women in behind the house. So it is a society, and our system must have changed. They should understand, we should understand, and we must implement this thing to empowerment.
So what you're saying is that either we will get stopped or we will not let ourselves be stopped.
No, never. We should fight out. We should change the system.
Let me say one thing to you. So if the system says that you retire at 58, it only means you can't get a job at 58. It doesn't mean that you have to retire, right? You have wealth of experience and knowledge. You can start your own business. Like I have a friend who is technically one of the most qualified people in his field with almost 25 years of experience. Okay. He lost his job, right? And he's wasting his time looking for another job. And all his friends are telling him that you are such a capable guy. We will give you funds. We will partner with you, start your own business. Right?
Fantastic. Yeah,
but he's not doing it. He's still looking for a job.
even for me, I'm talking of why you criticize other, me also. I can start the business, but that's I want to be in comfortable position, comfort zone. So don't want to come out of that.
Exactly. So who's stopping you?
Me?
See, this is what we do because we are afraid, like, Rama said very nicely a little while ago, we are afraid to fail, so we don't start.
Yes,
But if you are not starting because you are afraid to fail, you already failed.
absolutely.
If you don't do it, you already failed.
Yes.
So there was this person I know, he's not getting married, So you ask him, why are you not getting married? Because the marriage might not work. I said, so what will happen if your marriage does not work? He says, I'll be alone. So I said, are you with someone now? He says, no. I said, you're already alone. So you're not getting married because you're afraid that if you are rejected later on, you'll be alone. Or if you go and try to get married and you will get rejected, you'll be alone. So what's the problem? You're already alone. Are you getting it? This fear of failure is a real funny thing, right? So these are some of the ways. Thank you so much, Gautam, for sharing. Yes, Kunan sir, you were sharing something.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, sir, the negative self-talk is about is basically judgment of self. So I'm trying to find out that what actually triggers within us. Like in the case of Gautam ji, also it is self. We know that it is me not doing, but what exactly triggers inside? So we start judging that we are not capable. We are incapable. So
Okay,
what
so-
exactly happens?
Okay, so if you find out what exactly happens, how will it help?
We will not let that happen with the power.
Well, you can still do it. Even if you don't know how it happens, you can still stop it, no?
Maybe.
I mean, why not? I mean, okay, let's say that, Kunan, there is a special part of your mitochondria which got programmed in prehistoric times. And, the chromosome which got passed on to you, the Y chromosome, it had this little glitch in it. That is why you think like that. Now, what are you going to do about it? Change your chromosome?
Hmm.
Can you? But what you can do, I think, is the manifestation. So if you are getting a negative self-talk, is it not possible, like you say always, that we should be in a state of awareness, right? We both say the same thing, right? So when you're in awareness, you know that your own judgment or your own negative self-talk is going to stop you, right?
Hmm.
So you can stop the negative self-talk. Now, beautiful question. I love it because there is a tool that I've given you all to deal with it. So when you have negative self-talk, where does your attention get fixed? You understand? It's all a khela of your attention. So when negative self-talk is going on, where is your attention fixed? It is fixed on whatever negative stuff you're saying. So it's like a loop, playing endlessly. Oh, I won't be able to do it. I've tried many times. I've failed. I will not be able to do it. So your attention is fixed on that. It is not fixed on fixing this negative self-talk, right? So what is the first step we will have to do is free up our stuck attention. हमारा जो ध्यान है उस नेगेटिव सेल्फ टॉक में जकड़ा हुआ है, उसको फ्री करना पड़ेगा. We'll have to free it up. That is step number one. Once we free it up, then the mind will start looking for what? What action should I take now? What else is possible? What can I do now? How does it get better than that? All that stuff you can start to do, provided your attention is unstuck from what it's stuck on.
Yeah, got it.
Right. So what is the exercise that we taught people how to unstick their attention? There are two exercises. One is to strengthen your power to take your attention where you want. That is one exercise. The second one is to unfix your attention whenever it has got fixed. Just wait, Suresh. What is the exercise that will unfix your fixed attention? Well, you know it very well. We've done it many times
Yes, we
Focusing your attention.
on 50 different objects.
Yeah.
So by the time you finish 25 or 30, your attention would have been freed up from wherever it was stuck. You see, attention is not stuck with glue or gum or araldite, right?
Even blowing the candle could help.
Blowing the candle can help. It's a different context of that exercise, but this one is a simple one. Now, if you're in the office and your mind got stuck, your boss fired you, right? He gave you a bad review. You're sitting there sulking, you know, where is your attention fixed? It is fixed. Now in the office, you can't sit and do the blowing exercise, Rama. They'll say, what the hell has happened to him? He's getting a heart attack, take him to the hospital. Right? But this 50 different, in any case, you're sitting quietly and sulking, no? So the people will know, okay, he's come from the boss, now something must be wrong. So you look at 50 different objects, put your attention on those objects consciously. Right? And the second exercise is very powerful because it is training you to be in charge of your attention. So which one is that one?
Looking at one side and focusing attention all the other sides.
Yeah, taking your attention. So consciously taking your attention where you want to take it. Right? So what this exercise does is it is kind of giving us control over our attention. See, normally our attention is pulled by situations. Right? So if you're upset, your attention is pulled by your upset. If you're angry, your attention is pulled with the, if you're resisting something, all your attention is pulled by what you are resisting. So when you start practicing that second exercise, you are developing the power, ke, hello, it is my attention. I will take it where I want. I'm capable. You're also realizing I'm capable of taking my attention where I want it. I am not as helpless as I think I am. मैं इतना लाचार नहीं हूं जितना मैं सोचता हूं. Right? So if we, that is the reason why, and I could teach you 50 exercises, but I'm not doing that because the ones which we got, how much are we using them already? Okay. So simple ones, believe me, getting your attention in your control will make you much more unstoppable than you are. See, today's topic is about being unstoppable. I am just reminding us that we have the power that nothing in our life can stop us. All right. Neither your mind can stop us, nor your body is going to stop us, nor your emotions will stop us. Right. So when we do that blowing exercise, we are able to discover that. Okay, look, if I want, nothing can stop me. Because most of the stuff that stops me is within me anyhow. So जो चीज मेरे बस में है, उसके ऊपर तो मैं काबू पा ही सकता हूँ. Good. Thank you so much. Good night. Yes, Suresh Garu, what are you saying?
Yes, sir. So yesterday I met a person who does some. He's
First, tell me one thing. Whatever I was saying for the last 5-7 minutes, did you hear it?
Yes.
Yeah. So what did you hear? Can you revise it for everybody?
It is in our mind. We get stuck, or
What I was saying for the last 5 minutes was not this. So Rama, can you enlighten him? What was I saying for the past 5-7 minutes? Because I know you were so busy wanting to say what you want to say that you're not listening to what I was saying. That's what happens, right? So we get a thought in our mind, ke, oh, I have to say this, then you stop
नहीं तो
listening.
फिर भूल जाएंगे फिर.
वो आपका attention किधर था अभी, किधर होना चाहिए और किधर था.
In fact, that is exactly your point was that if your attention is spread across or goes into some negativity, you will not be able to perform what you want to perform, or you cannot be unstoppable. But if your attention is brought to you and focused on what you want, you are unstoppable. So that is the essence of.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So see, I'm telling you, whenever there is negative self-talk going, resistance going, whatever is going in your mind, you're stuck with it.
Yeah.
That is the problem. So we need to unstick our attention from that and put it where it should be put.
Okay.
Correct? This is a good example. Your attention got stuck in what you want to say, right? So you forgot that, hello, this fellow is saying something may be valuable. Let me keep my attention over there, and then I can go back to what I said. It's a typical example of how our attention is not in our control.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so very valid. You thought I'll forget what I want to say and all. So your attention was there, not here. But I am pointing this out to you, my friend, because I've noticed that you do this very often. Okay.
Fine.
The power will be, your power is going to be used when you start listening, because you are a very powerful guy. I know you. Okay. You're very humble, down to earth, but very powerful. So your only maybe one weakness, which is not yet controlled, is that you don't pay attention when people are talking. You have your attention on only what you want to say. So are you willing to change that?
Definitely, I want to change.
Okay, go ahead and say what you wanted to. Otherwise, you will get constipation.
Yeah. Yesterday I met the person who does some charity work. I mean, he's working for a private company. He does some charity work and all that, but he's afraid of investing in shares and all that. So I told him, you are doing charity, do a charity for yourself, at least for 25,000-50,000. Invest in that. Start, first learn the tips, and then probably once you are habituated, you are unstoppable. So he said, it is like a fire. Stock market is like a fire. I said, yes, stock market is a fire. You cannot jump into that, but you stay little bit far away, and ठंड से बचने के लिए you can take the heat from the fire, but you cannot take the fire directly. That's what I told him. Then he agreed. He wanted to open a Demat account and start doing the shares.
Great, fantastic. Thank you. That is a great service you did. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Would you like to say anything to the group? Today we have some new people I'm noticing. So very warm welcome to all of you. We have Reddapachari, very warm welcome to you. We have Mahadevappa, very warm welcome to you too. And we are in our empowering morning conversations. I hope you are able to figure out what we are doing. In any case, I will explain to you once again. Yes, Kunen, you wanted to say something?
Just a question, sir. Taking the example from Suresh Garu, I also feel sometimes my attention gets stuck with the having of urge of expressing my views, or urge of reflecting that I know something, let other people know that I know. So that urge, where attention is reflected somewhere, but urge is there, and I can't know that there is some urge coming up, and then attention get lost. So what shall we do?
What you should do is something which might, see, I'm also like you, okay? I've always been like that. This is a problem with people like you and me, is that we read a lot and we know a lot. So when anybody is saying something, we get this desire, mujhe bhi pata hai, I will say that, right? So what my trainer taught me was that whenever you get this urge, you want to say something, count to 30. Count to 30, and after that also, if you want to say, go ahead and say it. So I discovered something very interesting when it happened, I started thinking, okay, if I'm waiting till 30, the mind has to do something. No? So my mind started thinking, okay, why do you want to say what you want to say? For what? I mean, somebody is giving some information, take it. If you know it already, fine, great. Okay. I mean, why this? I started questioning. So the urge is defeated. It's the same thing like when you're getting angry, you count 30, some people say, right? That's one way. Or now that we have done so much work together, you can simply say, hello, Kunen, where is your attention? Is your attention on listening, or is your attention on what you want to say? Then you will come back immediately. It is the khela. See, it doesn't mean that you can't share. It doesn't mean you can't say. Because I noticed that off late, whatever you're saying is very, connected with what we are talking about. Earlier, what used to happen was we were talking about something and you would be talking about something else. So I pointed it out to you also. So you took action on that feedback, and kudos to you for that. All right. Try this out. Count to 30, but then your attention will go on counting. No, then also you will not be listening. So the best thing to do is focus on listening. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Got it.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. And these are the conversations that we have every morning. When I say conversations, I mean, I speak and you speak and people ask questions, people share their experiences and their wisdom when they are asked to do so. And the purpose of these Empowering Morning Conversations is to allow us to overpower the negativity which does not allow us to see possibilities in life. Life is rich. Life is full of joy. We can enjoy life. We can achieve things. We can create things. But because we get stuck in our default mode. Now, what is the default mode? Default mode is when we are complaining, when we are blaming, when we are resisting, when we are reacting. Okay. That is a state in which not much creation can happen. We call it survival mode. Right? When we are overpowering all these things and getting into the creation mode, it makes it possible for us to have all of life that comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Now, isn't that something wonderful you'd like to have? That all of life coming to you with ease, with joy, with glory. So that's the purpose of these Empowering Morning Conversations. And every day we look at a different aspect. And the way we do it is not by giving you lectures, but asking questions which makes you think. So what we do here is we ask questions which opens up new possibilities, new thinking in your mind. After all, where we are stuck is in our thinking only, isn't it? So today's topic that we are discussing is, what is it that I allow to stop me? What is it am I giving permission to stop me? What stops me? That's what we've been talking about since morning. Okay? So how do I get stopped and what stops me? How do I allow myself to get stopped? That is a question we are discussing about. So we had some very, very interesting things that we were talking about. Anybody wants to add something to it? Now, don't talk about people in general. Please talk about yourself. What stops you now? Don't talk about 20 years ago, I was getting stopped because I was shy. Yeah, talk about what stops me now. So there are things that used to stop you in the past. Now they don't stop you. Wonderful. Congratulations. So now you graduated, you become bigger, right? Some are 70, 80, 90 years old. Some are 24 years old. So we have all very, very interesting people over here. So congratulations for being here and a very good morning to you. So tell us what stops you now. You see, what used to stop me when I was 27 years old does not stop me anymore, right? So as I became older, now I'm 60, almost 69 years old, there are different things that started stopping me. But whatever may stop you, at whichever age it may stop you, if we find out where is it, then we can do something about it. Okay. Now we're going to do a little exercise. Thank you, Rama, for reminding me. Okay. Today I'm going to show you. First, I want to tell you that whatever stops us is either in the mind or in the body or in our emotions. Am I right? Either your mind will stop you by having some negative ideas and thoughts and beliefs, or your mind will stop you by saying, no, 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 I can't do it. It's not possible for me. If I do it, I might fail. That is one thing that might stop you, your mind, right? Second thing which might stop you is your body, that you get tired easily, you don't have the stamina, you don't have the energy. It will stop you. Third thing which will stop you is our emotions and feelings. That I'm frightened, so I'll get stopped. If I'm angry, I'll get stopped. If I feel discouraged and disappointed, I will get stopped. So what I'm saying is that a human being has the capability to overpower all these. So if you want to find out, please do this exercise with me. Yes? Ready? Okay, so what I would urge you to do is keep your camera on so I can see you and I can know whether you're doing it properly or not. That's request number one. Request number two is when you do this exercise, please do it 100%. Yeah, so if you do this exercise half-heartedly, you will learn nothing out of it. Yeah, so in this exercise, we have to push our boundaries. Do you understand what it means, push your boundaries? That if you feel you can do only this much, you have to push, do more than that. Are you willing to do that? So Dr. Seth and Tarang and Aruna, I would request all of you to come on camera so we can see you and know that you're not cheating. Hasina ji, you too. And Swashish, is that a photo or is that you? Okay, good, that's you. Okay, so here's the exercise. We will all imagine that there is a candle in front of us, okay, at a distance of 3 feet. And this candle is a magic candle. Do you know what a magic candle is? The magic candle is when you blow it out, it comes on again. Okay? You blow it out, it comes on again. So our job is to keep blowing it out with so much power that it can never come back on again. All right? So how will you blow? Not like this. Nothing will stop you. So what will you find out? Slow and steady wins the race. That's all you'll find out. Okay. What we want to find out is that you have the power to go beyond your boundaries. So how would you have to blow? You'll have to blow like this. Full power. Then you will find out how much power you got. Okay, guys, ready? Start! Start blowing. Come on, harder, faster. Give it your 100%. 100%, come on. If you don't do your 100%, you're going to find out nothing. Tarang, you are a young fellow. You can do much more than that. Harder. Go beyond whatever you think is possible. If your mind tries to stop you, you say, I will not get stopped. If your body tries to stop you, you say, I'm not going to get stopped. Nothing is going to stop me. I'll keep going. Harder, faster, harder, faster. Come on, more energy, Shakti. Don't give up. If you stop, you can start again. Put some power into it. Come on, come on, come on. You're bigger than your mind. You're bigger than your body. You're bigger than your emotions. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Harder, faster. Yes. Okay, last 1 minute. Give it your full power. Last 1 minute. Yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 30 seconds more. Now stop and close your eyes. Close your eyes and relax. Now relax 100%. So as you were doing the exercise, you must have realized that some of you were not willing to go beyond a certain point. Why not? Because your mind was saying, I can't do more than that. So if you challenge your mind and said, no, I will do more than that, then you would have done more than that. Or some of you got challenged by some weird sensations in your body. So that stopped you. Some of you got some fear. That stopped you. Some of you found that it's very funny. So that stopped you. But you want to know that you have the power. Now, many of you might have discovered, wow, I never got stopped. I didn't give up. So if you didn't give up, it tells you that you are He-Man. You have the power. Okay, so whenever you have recovered your breath and you can share with us, what are you beginning to realize now? So I'd love to hear from people. What do you feel at the end of the exercise? What do you think? Yes, Shakti.
have realized my mind and body can be unstoppable, but my own assumptions, like only my limit is only this much. If I'm exceeding that, I may I may get affected or I become ill, something like that. My own assumptions.
Exactly. So that's a fear, or that's a thought, or it's a belief or an assumption that stopped you. But if you
Yes.
want, you can overpower it.
Yes, sir.
So did you overpower it today?
Kind of, sir.
Yeah, you stopped, no, in between.
Yes, in between I stopped.
Yeah. So at that moment, what was your mind saying? You already told us.
Yes.
Okay, great. So what do you do next time? You don't give up.
Yes, I won't give up.
Right, great. Thank you. Yes, Kunal.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Actually, this exercise I had done in the past also, but today I was completely focusing on blowing. So my attention was focused, and I did my 100%. So I didn't stop.
Okay. So what's the discovery?
Discovery is that if I'm focused, attentive, not getting distracted, then I can achieve whatever I want to achieve.
Beautiful. Hasina ji.
Sir, I was growing 100% and I never gave up till the end.
Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations. So what did you discover about yourself?
I felt I can do what I want.
Exactly. You
I
have the
would like-
power to do.
Can I share?
Yes, Darshana ji.
I also gave it my 100% and I was feeling very exhilarated. And I felt that I could have gone on even more, though I did stop for a moment to catch my breath and start again. So at the end of it, my heart was beating faster. But I felt if you had said another 30 seconds, I would have been able to do it.
Congratulations.
And I realized that if I put my mind to anything, I can achieve a lot more than I can at present. Thank you.
Beautiful. Congratulations. Yes, Tarang, instead of just putting in the chat box, you can unmute yourself and tell us what you're saying. Tarang, Tarang, Tarang. Please unmute yourself and say what you're saying. Yeah, unmute. Please unmute. Ah, you are unmuted now. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was a little busy.
Yeah, so are you going to
I
share
was
with us
afraid
what you...
Yeah. I was afraid I would run out of breath. I thought I would have to stop, but I realized if I want to, I can go on.
Yeah. Bar bar lagatar rin se. Congratulations. So what does it make you realize, Tarang?
It shows that even if sometimes I think that this is my limit, I can push myself beyond.
Yeah, anytime, anywhere. Congratulations.
Yeah.
See you in Germany.
Thank you.
Okay, who else? What did you discover in this exercise? Did you guys do the exercise? I'd love to hear from some of our new friends who joined us today only. Okay, Gautam, go ahead.
Yes, I realize I can do, and I continue, finish at the end, and getting the confidence on myself.
Congratulations. Okay, anybody else?
Sir, good morning, sir. Vetrivel.
Good morning, Vetri.
Just a quick sharing, sir. What I learned from this exercise is you beautifully touched upon during yesterday's session also and today's session also, the secret to being unstoppable or secret of achieving everything is how to intensify the things. I personally see from my experience where and all I performed, I didn't get what I wanted. It's because I was just doing like a mediocre thing. If I would have intensified, victory would be mine. Now I see the secret. Whatever undertaking I am going to take, if I am able to intensify it, success is mine, sir, and I have the power. Thank you for realizing me. Thank you for helping me to realize this.
You're most welcome. And intensify means what? I will give my 100%.
Exactly.
I will generate enthusiasm. I will generate passion. See, sometimes when the task looks very big, the mind is a little, "Oh, will I be able to do it?" That's the time when you say, why not? Generate that passion. I mean, like, what do these army guys do when they're going against the enemy? They go, charge, right? So they are generating the energy, right? So they don't say, charge, I will try my best. Yeah.
Yesterday you were talking about this intention. I got this idea. Intention, example of intention is accelerator. If you put slowly, vehicle go very slowly and you can be very happy, no accident will happen. But the real fun is when you blown out full throttle accelerator, then you understand the power of the car, enjoyment of the journey. But that intense feeling, we are so safe that we just drive in 2030 on the first gear and I am safe, my family is safe.
Yeah, you ask Kasa, no, he wins the national car racing champion we've got with us. You sit in the car, you'll find out the thrill of the speed. Yeah, good point. So how much are we willing to push? How much are we willing to put energy into it and passion into it? Great. I'm glad you realize it. So I hope your project is going to get fructified very fast.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Okay, anybody else? So the question that I was asking you before we did this breathing exercise was, what stops you in your life now? So please don't talk about what used to stop you 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Talk about what is stopping you now. Now, we have all overcome many things in our life and reached where we are. Many of us have not overcome certain things. That's why we reached where we are. Yeah. So many of you might realize that if I had not let those situations stop me, I would have been somebody else. So what is stopping you now is what we need to look at. See, we can't go back to the past and undo it. But we can certainly do one thing, that we don't repeat the mistakes that we made in the past. We don't repeat those things which got us stopped in the past. So what is stopping you now and what are you going to do about it? But here is a forum where if you shared it, who knows, new possibilities might come up. Because we have a very, very rich and diverse group here. Yes, Kunen.
I'll break the silence. What I realized and what I'm getting right now, sir, that I had distracted myself in my life by doing many things or wanted to do many things. So I was not focused, attentive on one particular aspects of my life in terms of the life's goal and other stuffs. So my attention had got diverted. So my energy got scattered and I couldn't achieve whatever I wanted to achieve. Had I been more focused, attentive, putting my energy in a specific direction or object, I could have done better. But currently also, this is what is the issue, but I'm now promising myself and you all that I'll be more attentive, more focused. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations and thank you very much for that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the challenge is first recognizing you want to become unstoppable in life, right? Now, what kind of person will be concerned about it? See, if you don't have a goal, okay, if you don't have an intention, then why are you bothered about whether you're getting stopped or not? Okay. Suppose you're living your life like, okay, I'm living fine. Whatever is happening is fine. I don't have any goal. I don't have any objective. So it reminds me, once I was in a program and I was talking about, you are as I was telling them, you are as powerful as your ability to keep your word. So I said, how many of you keep your word? 100%. So one fellow raised his hand, young fellow. I said, really? You keep your word 100%? Yes, sir. I said, then in that case, I should touch your feet and put mala on you. You're keeping your word 100% in life. He says, sir, no, not like that, sir. I never give any commitment in my life. So how will I fail? So there are people like that also. They don't make any commitments. They don't have any objectives. So they'll never get stopped. Correct? If somebody doesn't get out of his house, he thinks he'll never get stopped. But I believe that you people are interested in a life of ease, joy, and glory. So one person said to me, sir, if I don't do anything, I'll be easy. No, sir. Really? Will you have joy? Maybe. Will you feel glorious about your life? I don't think so. So check it out and see that if you want what you want in your life, don't you think you'll have to deal with whatever stops you from time to time? Because what stops you doesn't allow you to go full throttle. It doesn't allow you to go full speed. So if let's take some people here who are young people, right? Now, if you want to have, let's say, freedom to do whatever you want, but you get it at the age of 65, how much will you be able to enjoy? So obviously you have a lot of time. You're going to live till 90. Sir, if I get it 65 also, I'll enjoy. Look at you, Sudeepak, aren't you enjoying? I am sure. If I got all this when I was 27, I'd be enjoying more. I would go do bungee jumping and, skydiving and God knows what, many other things which I'm not doing now. So are you going to get stopped by whatever is stopping you now? Now, is it something so secret that you can't share about it? Then I will not ask you to share about it. Okay? So is there something that stops you? So everybody is becoming very gambhir. You know what is the meaning of gambhir? Very somber. Very well. I think you should make them do that laughing exercise,
Sure, sir. I'll do it. Before that, a quick check, sir. Are you all right? Health is okay?
Yeah. Much better than before.
Thank you very much, sir.
That is why I'm not making people do the laughing exercise. In the middle of the exercise, I might have to run and go somewhere.
Wonderful, sir. Good morning, everyone. Once again, let's get into our favorite segment. We are going to generate feeling which we want, which is nothing but laughter exercise. And when I say 1, 2, 3, just do 100% laughing without making noise and make sure that your belly shakes. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Wonderful, beautiful. And I get a quick thought. If kids know this, a parent is doing this laughter exercise, and they will be coming with the progress report. After this exercise, they will get signature easily.
At least he's sure that you will not give him a nice firing, The Papa's in a good mood now. Let me go and talk to him. Okay, so I guess that's it for today from my side, unless you people have anything to say. So start thinking about what's stopping you in your life, okay? And generate possibilities to overcome that. Okay, so you guys, you can carry on the discussion. And I am leaving.
Okay.
So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you very much.
Great. Rama sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Vetri.
Like I told just before during my share, let us all give a little thought to the word called intention, intensifying the action. See, action gives all the good results what we want. The only solution from the stuckness is the action. But many times, from my personal experience, I do act, but it was not intentional, it was not intensified. So that is a secret I learned from this blowing of the candle exercise. Can we share a quick share that where I'm being unstoppable, what I'm going to do? Any personal sharing, which will help others also. Any quick share? Yes, Hasina ji, go ahead, please. We are not able to hear you. You have to unmute, please.
I've realized that if I'm not determined, then I don't do anything. I must see that I should be determined to what I'm doing. When I waver there, I don't complete it. So I realized that I have to be determined for what I want to do. I cannot waver. That's all.
That's a beautiful point. But my understanding is we have so much determination about something which unawareingly we started to believe that we are very limited. We started to believe that we can only walk 4,000 steps. Above 4,000 steps, if we walk, we will die. So many wrong thoughts, and we are so determined. But the kind of a EMC forum are great people teachings telling us that we have to be determined about not to believe these limitations, but to believe the highest possible power which actually we are. So if we just turn the determination towards the right thing, success is yours. That's a very good point, Hasina ji. Thank you very much for that. Anybody else? I could also touch upon this the sales side. If they say, if you want to become good in sales, same intensification method helps you. If you make 10 calls, you will get only the 10 kind of a result. If you're making 30 calls, if you're making 50 calls, the result will be more. On a lighter note also, if you want to fight with your wife, don't do a light fight. Make a big fight. Let something happen. If you want to love, do intentional love. Let something happen. Let us stop acting mediocre. Let our life be full intentional. Let us open up, allow us to happen life as peace, joy, and glory. How about that?
I want to share.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. Please.
Yeah, we need to create something new. We need to create something which is new, not what we are doing regularly or like that. Need to apply a certain behavior in a new way. That is Suresh, I think you will agree. Those who are in sales, you told rightly what you also have. That is, we have to, in sales, we have to go for the number of, increase the number of visit or call, whatever. That is the correct thing. At the same time, we can do something in different way to convince our people. And we need to apply knowledge in a new way. That is also, we have to develop our knowledge. What we are gaining knowledge is very important. And also develop a new working relationship. A relationship we can also evaluate and in the new working relations. That way we can get some, will achieve the new things and how it can change ourselves.
Excellent thought, Gautamji. Excellent. Anything else? That's so beautiful. And that is the biggest advantage of being in sales. Because sir, all the time when he teaches difference between reaction versus creation, if you take any example, no harm, I don't mean to hurt any profession, but I just share my perception. Except sales department, any department can say that work hasn't come, I haven't done anything. But they can react to what is happening, but only department like sales, they have to create something. If they go meet new things, bring business, only the whole company gets a business. Whether it is a product sales or service sales or a customer, whatever it is, the sales objective supposed to be creative. So in that way, we are all blessed. And even a business promotion also, that is the key. We always should be in a creation mode, and we should always get into new mode. What is it? We are going to do something new. That's a great thought, Gautamji. Thank you very much. Darshanaji into deep contemplation today.
I thought for a change, I would listen to everybody's opinion.
Yes, sir. To do the sales, you need
Great.
to have.
Thank you. Sureji, you keep mic near to your mouth and speak, please, Sureji.
Yeah. Now okay.
Yeah, he's too soft. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, that's because of the headset.
I can't also hear him. Last time also I just.
Now.
Yeah, it's very soft. He's very soft.
Okay. Now okay.
It should be. Now it's okay because you have to keep your mic near to your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. I kept in my mouth.
Yeah, that is.
Not near.
Now, first take it out. Don't chew the mic.
Don't swallow it. Don't swallow it.
Go ahead, Sureji. I like this.
Sales job is a creative job, innovative job. You have to. We have to innovate ideas and add to the product and to the customer need. Make him aware that he needs this, and then we push it. We sales mein push nahi hoga, but customer, you make the customer to feel that he needs it desperately. Okay, that is the creation of sales. So when we create new things, we say yes, Eureka. Yeah, and we spread it. So this is what in sales. As Mr. Gautam is also sharing about the sales. So unless we create, creation is unstoppable. If you are creating, you are unstoppable. Yeah, this is what.
Asinaji, please go ahead. Thank you, Sureji.
I feel in sales, you yourself have to be convinced of your product. Then only you sell it. Otherwise, if you say, "ठीक है अपना product, मगर let's market it," it doesn't work that way. If you are 100%, then मेरा product बहुत ही अच्छा है, and there is no way the customer is going to say no to this. That's the first key word to say that you can sell your product.
Yeah, conviction is more important. Once you are convicted, and customer automatically, the way we express our point, sales points or whatever product features, customer automatically he will get attracted and take it. Only thing we need to identify who is the type of clients who needs our product.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank you, Sureji. You beautifully explained it, and the way Ashinaji put out point, it shows that she's the country sales manager.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
I really appreciating Hasinaji that you have a really strong conception of the sales and marketing. That is a very good thing. And she told rightly, if she confidence on the product, confidence is on what he's going to talk about to the customer. It is is a very important thing. That's we taught. First, you know your product very well, then go to the customer. Half-heartedly and with half knowledge, we cannot, because we misguide the customer. we not able to give the answer, and we lost the that customer prospect for sales forever.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Hasina ji, you are very good.
Yes, sir. Yes, exactly.
Because my daughter-in-law is very much into sales. So when I listen to her conversation with people, I know that she is 100% knows her product and she doesn't waver. She can convince the other person that this is what it is and you can benefit. That's
Correct,
how I
absolutely.
my daughter-in-law.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you.
exactly, madam. I mean, it is like, without knowing the war rules and war techniques, you
Yes.
cannot participate in the war. We will die.
Right.
Yes.
Beautiful. It's becoming sales centric. Thank you very much for that
more
beautiful
point.
contributions.
One more point.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, if you have a product, no, you have your product which is quite old and you are trying to push that. I personally feel that, and you try to convince your customer, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. You want to get rid of your old stock and you try to convince, I don't think that is fair at all.
Now I am very clear that if I get a doubt in sales, I know whom to call. and since the topic is going towards sales centric, I want to share one lighter moment.
Because I was in sales. We had a paint shop and I handled that for 10 years.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic.
Yeah, my husband died and I had to handle the whole shop, which I could do for 10 years. And then I couldn't do the lawn.
A good salesman will sell a fridge to an Eskimo.
No, that concept, madam, that concept has gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the old
Because
concept.
you have to be such a glib talker to be in the sales.
No.
So that's the first thing for a salesman. You have to be a glib talker. Slight hesitation and all, and the customer doesn't get convinced.
Hasina ji, I have a liking, or I am planning to come with some paid shop or like that. I'll discuss with you. Yeah, I'll take a suggestion from you. It's a new idea came in my. That's my having. I've got aquarium in my house. Previously I was having the puppy also, but nowadays it is. But I really like animal, and it's my subject. And I'll take suggestion from Hasina ji. Thank you, ma'am.
Hasina ji.
Yes.
I can see, 7 colors in your white hair.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was a nice thing.
Thank you, Sureshji. With that happy note, let us conclude the day. Let us recall what is stopping us and how to be unstoppable. For that, we learned that we have the power to intensify the action and get the result what we want. Let us get into the life, achieve as much as possible, come back tomorrow, share what you did. Thank you very much, everyone. Let us officially close this. Ramaji?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all.
On a lighter note, you can stop the recording, Ramaji. On a lighter note, since the topic turned to be the sales side,